This is what we've all been waiting for.
Yo, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's really good? Today, as you can tell by the title, we are making crab cakes. Not only crab cakes, but crab cakes, mashed potatoes from scratch. Alright? Ain't no little mashed potatoes in the bag. Mashed potatoes from scratch. I'll show you how I do that. And asparagus. I've only had asparagus once. Wasn't a fan of it, but it looks nice. So maybe if I make it, I like it. So I'm gonna try something new. And if this is new to you guys, stay tuned. If you're interested on how it comes out, stay tuned. If you think I'm going to burn my food, stay tuned. I'm not, because I really be chefing it up. Y'all about to find out what I do and how I make my crab cakes. Let's go. You guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is get our water starting to boil for our potatoes, because potatoes take about 30 to 45 minutes to boil. But I'm gonna show you a little trick. First thing I do is I rinse my potatoes off. And I don't have a specific number I'm gonna put in there. I'm just gonna put however much my pot can take. So now that I just rinsed this potato off, I'm going to start cutting very gently lines in it, because what this does is once it's done boiling and you gotta peel the skin off, it's very easy, and it just kind of just comes off. And it also is a way to tell when your potato is done cooking, because the skin will kind of start to peel backwards. But potatoes take about 30 to 45 minutes depending on how much water, how big your pot is, and how many potatoes you're using. So this is what I do after I rinse them off. Just cut some lines in them. Sometimes I try to make them like touch each other so they just come off, but this is all I'm doing. I'm just gonna continue to wash these or rinse them off, and then, you know, slice them up a little bit, light slice, just so it cuts the first layer of the skin. And then we're gonna let that start boiling and get started on our crab. Alright, so the potatoes are done. I know because I can look at them and see how they automatically just peel back because of the small cuts that I put into it. So now what I'm gonna do is strain it, and I either just put them in a big bowl of cold water, or I will put them in the freezer so they can get so they can cool down and I can start peeling them. Here is our crab meat. It is imitation crab. I prefer lump crab, but Walmart only had this left, so, and I was gonna make it today. Either way it goes, I have to do it. And these are the little, this is all they have. They have a bigger package, but this is what it is. It's called Seafood Snackers, and I got like 6 of them. Probably used like 4 or 5. But yeah, they're like $1. And they're by the frozen shrimp, if you wanted to know where to get them. So we're gonna add in a bowl and mix it up is 1 or 2 eggs, depending on how much crab meat you have. I'm gonna start with 1 egg and see how that goes. See how that goes when I mix it in. If I need another one, then I'll add another one. Then we're gonna add a tablespoon of lemon juice. Guys, I really don't measure stuff like that, so if you want to measure, go ahead. Alright, and then you can add a half a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. I have Miracle Whip, so that's what I'm adding. Give me a second. So we said what? 1 cup, right? Half a cup. Ooh, this is, okay. I'm just, yeah, we're gonna go with that for right now. Okay, and then we're gonna add mustard, 1/3 cup. And then we have I chopped up some, you don't have to add this, but I wanted it, so I did. But it's green onion, red pepper, and orange pepper. We're gonna go ahead and slide that in there. Usually people just use green onion, but I mean, I like vegetables, so I just put that in there. 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. That one I measured. And then we have a half a tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. Okay. Parsley. And then some minced garlic. Here, guys, that's going off. I'm not gonna put too much garlic because garlic is strong. But this is a lot of crab, so. And then I'm gonna add, what am I missing? A little bit of chili powder. This is not originally the recipe I'm following, but I add a little bit of what I like to stuff. Feel me? So I want to be a little bit spicy. Little bit of chili powder or cayenne pepper, either one. And then we're gonna add some saltine crackers. Now, last time I used breadcrumbs. You can use saltine crackers, Ritz crackers. You can use breadcrumbs. I've just been watching a lot of different tutorials, and basically, since I tried breadcrumbs last time, I'm gonna try crackers. And what they did is put it in a bag and mash it up. What I'm gonna do is just put it in my hand and crunch it up, because who has time for that? So just try to make sure the crackers are really, not really small, but make sure they're small enough. And what the crackers do is it holds your crab cake together when it's cooking, and it also gives it not a crunch, but I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not a chef. You'll see when you do it. This is my first time using saltine crackers doing this, so it's only my second time making crab cakes. Third time, bitch. I'm just kidding. Okay. So I think that's everything. Just gonna go ahead and mix everything up. I feel like I'm missing something, to be honest, but whatever. Mixing it up. Actually smells good. It's not supposed to be super watery. Not supposed to be like super pasty. It's supposed to be kind of like a thick substance. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix that with the crab. See how this goes. I might need some more because this is a lot of crab, y'all. Let's see how this mixes together. Yeah, this is, no. I'm gonna have to make some more of this little saucy stuff. That's for my potatoes. Oh, by the way, my potatoes took only like 25 minutes. I put it on high. Just let them cook. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I need it to stay together, so I'm going to use another egg. This is why I'm going to put one in at first, just to see how it mixes together. And it's not, like, the egg helps it to stay together. So I need another egg. This is where I start to freestyle, because sometimes, like, I'll look at so many different tutorials and stuff on a certain food or dinner, and I'm like, okay, I can use some of that from this one, some of this from that one, and I kind of just make it my own. I can't follow everybody's instructions because I don't measure stuff. It takes too long. Eggs definitely helping. I'm gonna put some more Worcester sauce in here. And you don't have to have Worcester sauce. You can add whatever you want. Put your own little flavor to it. Unless you really like to follow certain ingredients, and go ahead and put the exact of whatever ingredient or recipe that you're finding. Okay. So I'm gonna get this together, and then I'm gonna show you guys how what I'm gonna do afterwards. But this is what it's looking like so far. A little better, sticking together better. Yeah. I need to figure out what I'm missing. But it'll be back. Okay, you guys, so we're halfway done. What I did is I didn't add any mayonnaise. I actually tasted it and it tasted really good, but I added some more seasoning and some more crackers, some more Worcestershire sauce, and put some hot sauce in there so it can be spicy a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so now what we're gonna do is gonna make like little crab cookies. Well, we're making the crab cake. We're forming the crab cake. And what we're gonna do, this is optional, okay? So if your crab cake is already, you know, sticking together and everything, you don't have to put it in the freezer, but I'm gonna put it in the freezer for about 20 to 35 minutes, just so it can form. And a lot of people use it. A lot of people just put the bowl, cover the bowl in plastic, put it in the freezer to let everything marinate and stuff. But I'm just gonna already form my crab cakes, so that way when they're done, or when, you know, the 25 minutes is up, I can just go ahead and throw them on the pan. And by freezing it, it definitely helps it stay together longer. Now this is kind of small. Maybe I want them bigger. I think I do want it bigger. I do want it bigger. I want it way bigger, actually. Not too big, LALA, dang. I'm just gonna go ahead and make it circular. This one needs more. This is all we're doing. And with the breadcrumbs, honestly, it's sticking together way better. Sticking together way better. Alright, you guys, so I made 10 total. You see my little heart when I made it? Isn't it cute? Can you tell it's a heart? No? Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the freezer for about 20 to 35 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and peel our potatoes and start putting those on the stove. And by the time I'm done with that part, I'm going to prepare the asparagus, and then I will start to fry these babies. Alright, next step. Okay, so I could be doing this. Usually I would just have this on the stove, put a little butter in it, put it on low, and just start peeling these things and tossing them in there. But for the sake of y'all, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. So you see how easily this peels off because of those small cuts that I made. You don't even have to use a potato peeler. You can use your fingers, or you can just use a spoon and just lightly rub against it like this. And guys, make sure y'all clean it up as you go, because this could be a huge mess. For real. Like I said before, the crab cakes are in the freezer, and after I'm done putting the potatoes on the stove and getting the asparagus out, I will start to put the crab cakes on the stove. Okay, so what's on the 7:33? All right, so you see how I just put the whole thing, right? Now I'm just gonna take it and squeeze it, like just break it up inside of the pot. Just little chunks. I don't know how you like your mashed potatoes, but that's the first step of doing it. I'm gonna mash them even more afterwards, but I like to make them as small as I can with my hands, so that when it comes to mashing them, you know, it's way easier. If you don't want to just squeeze with your hand, you can just go ahead and kind of like chip away at it with the spoon. That's easier than getting it all in between your fingers and stuff, but I cook with my hands, so I'm used to it. See how easy this comes off? Because I have these little slits in them. Life hack. Next step. Okay, like I said, I would usually be doing this on my stove, but just to show you guys, I'm gonna do it on the counter. So, you don't have to have a potato masher. You don't have to have any fancy tools. You guys watch these videos on YouTube, improvise. I think I have a potato masher, but I like this better. Just use the bottom of any cup and just go ahead we're just mashing them. Smashing the potatoes. And you might do this again once you get the milk and the butter and everything in there and it's softer. But this is what I do to get the mash. Just quicker. It's easier. And shoot, I don't feel like washing all them dishes. You know, you see on YouTube tutorials, they just have every type of tool. They got every bowl for every ingredient. Nah, let me just go ahead and do it like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some butter. And we always start small because you never know how much butter you're going to need. So I know for a fact that's gonna be enough for right now. And then the milk, I'm using 2% milk. Some people use buttermilk and all that. I don't know, I eye it. That's why I'm probably not the best to show y'all this, but I can show you what it's gonna look like. So it's supposed to be on low right now, cooking on the stove, which I'm about to do and show y'all. But I'm gonna just show you real quick how it looks with what I just put in it. Now potatoes, this is already cooked, right? So we want everything to marinate and mix. So you don't need to put it on high. At the most, medium low. Medium low. But that's what we have so far, and it's already looking good. Now we're gonna go ahead and heat it up, put it on low, put a top over it, and get to this asparagus. We back. All right, so asparagus. First time making it. You can see in the back I was watching YouTube videos on how people do it. So what we're gonna do, we're going to cut off the bottom where it is no longer green, basically. So right about up here where it starts to turn into, see how it's like brown and it fades into the green? So probably a little bit above that, around here. You guys, don't talk about my nails, I know I need to feel. So around here is where we're gonna cut it. So we're gonna do, and then we're going to rinse them. Okay, I don't know what to do with these. Maybe Theo will like them. If you don't know who Theo is, we can't be friends. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse them off and place them on this pan. Place them on a pan like this. And this is just the prep, guys. I'm not gonna put it in the oven yet because I have not made the crab cakes yet. Once I'm on the last few of the crab cakes, then I'll put it in, because this only takes maybe 10 to 12 minutes, maybe 15, depending on you. All right, so this is what we're doing here. We're going to add either a little bit of vegetable oil or a little bit of olive oil. I have vegetable oil in my house, so that's what I'm going to use. It's all about what you got, you know, or what's the cheapest. And we're just gonna put enough to coat the asparagus. Okay, not too much. Then, just mix them together. Make sure they're all coated in the vegetable oil. Actually, you can wait to mix it. I shouldn't have mixed it now, but we're gonna add some salt, pepper, and my personal favorite is lemon pepper, so I'm gonna add some of that as well. But yeah, so we're just gonna put some salt in here. Pepper. I want to put some cayenne pepper on it, guys, but I'm gonna stop because I be doing stuff too spicy. I hope you guys can see it okay. So far. Alright. Now the lemon pepper. Okay. So the asparagus is properly prepped. This is what we have. Now we're gonna go into seasoning our mashed potatoes because they've just been sitting on low. Actually, yeah, they've just been sitting on low. Just sitting on the side waiting. And then we're gonna get into our crab cakes. So the mashed potatoes actually weren't on low, they were just kind of sitting here with the top on. This is, I added a little bit more milk from the last time I showed you guys how it was. It's already the kind of consistency I kind of want. I might want a little bit more milk here, but this is what I have, and I'm about to season it. What I season my, what do you call it? my mashed potatoes with is lemon pepper. Like I told you guys, I love lemon pepper. Some people might not like it. I love it. So I put in lemon pepper. Don't ask me how much because I do not know. Garlic salt or garlic powder. I prefer garlic powder, but I have garlic salt. Not too much though. Also, I put in, where is it? Onion powder. If I can find it. And then I have Himalayan salt and then pepper. And then I taste it, and from how it tastes, if this tastes like the mashed potatoes I usually make, then I leave it alone. If it doesn't, then I add what I need to the pot. Here's the onion powder. Okay. I put a little bit. I always start with a little bit. That's what happens when you don't measure. You gotta measure what you taste. It takes a little bit longer, but it's worth it if you know what you're doing. Okay. That's straight. I can taste the garlic. I can taste salt a little bit. It needs more pepper. More pepper. I also put parsley in here, just because no, you can't really taste the parsley, but the green makes it look cute. Just for the look, you know. People really just use like cilantro, chopped chives, and parsley just for the look. I think this is a pretty good consistency. I like this. I might add a little bit more milk, like a tiny bit, but this is straight. What y'all think? It smells so good. I'm just let this go ahead and heat up. Wait, I need some more salt. I lied. More some pepper. After this, we're gonna go ahead and go to the crab cakes. I found out what the missing ingredient was. It was just a little bit more butter. So I got it how I want it, exactly how I want it. I'm gonna let it stay on low, and I'm gonna cover it with a lid until everything else is done. So I have my pot heating up. I have it on like 6.5, 7. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the asparagus in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna put 10 and I'll check it at 10. And then we got my crab cakes. I'm gonna coat it with a thin layer of vegetable oil. Move the oil around, make sure it covers the whole pot. That should be good. If y'all got some funny pots, like my pot be acting like it don't want to help me sometimes, so I gotta just work with it. We're gonna see how it goes today. Now for the crab cakes, they've been here for a good shoot. Oh, they frozen. This thing's frozen, blah. I guess I kept them in for a little bit too long. Once this gets really hot, that's when I'll start putting them on there. I have a secret. So the last time I made crab cakes, I made an avocado dressing for the crab cake thing, right? So that's what I'm gonna do today. Let me just show you guys real quick how I do it. Basically like making guac, but you kind of blend it down so it's more of a dressing, like it's not as chunky and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm doing it because I don't want to move the camera, so I'll show you guys real quick. That's heating up to make this guac. Feel me? This is a Florida avocado. I'm gonna make some guac. I'm gonna use a portion of that guac to make avocado dressing, or guac dressing, either way. It was really good with my crab cakes. Alright. One half. Here's the other half. All guac is avocado. You can put cilantro if you want. I don't like it. I put onion, tomato, and then seasoning. Alright, so guac is on there. This is hot, so I'm about to go ahead and get me a couple crab cakes. Put them on there. Down there. I gotta turn it down. Well, I don't want the outside to cook quicker than the inside, you know? I'm gonna do those two first just to see how that goes. So I don't want it to cook too fast to where it looks too charred and the inside is still cold. I left them in the freezer for too long. Don't do that. Don't be like LALA. Anyway, back to the guac. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some onions and tomatoes real quick. First I mash up the avocado. Or I can just use that cup I used earlier to do with the cup, like I did with the potatoes, right? Because that's so much quicker. Go figure. Alright. See how fast that was? Boom. Alright, that's a little bit. So now we're just going to go ahead and put our onions in here. Probably the onions a little bit more though. That's kind of wild. Alright, so here's the avocado mashed up. I'm gonna add the onions. Barriers has been in for 10 minutes. Check them real quick. Woo! It's hot in there. Here's my crab cake. Turn it up a little bit. My tomatoes. Alright. So yeah, like I said, all the guacamole is really avocado, avocado, tomato, onion, and lemon juice, and then seasonings, of course. All right, so with the tomato, what you do is you don't want, well, some people do, some people don't, but I don't really like this inside in here, the gushy part, so I get a spoon and just kind of carve it out. 2 small tomatoes in here, or you can use 1 whole one depending on how much you have. I have 1 Florida avocado, so I feel like this should be good. Yeah, our crab cakes are over there cooking now. I turned it up a little bit. Gotta watch them because they cook fast. So this part is going in a bowl. So we have most of our main ingredients. Then we need lemon juice. Now, as well as crab cakes and everything else I do, kind of just eye it. This is what we have so far, right? Lemon juice going in. Mix it up. Now that is without seasoning. Now I'm gonna season. I gotta get our asparagus out the oven. It was in there for about 15 minutes. So, what I season my guac with usually is cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, and lemon pepper. Usually, okay? Now, there is something at Walmart where you can get this mild guacamole mix. I usually add my own seasoning as well, depending on how I feel. So, I'm gonna go ahead and add this seasoning first. This is what it'll look like, and it's really good, y'all. It's so good. If you don't have the exact, ingredients you want, just go to Walmart. It's only $1. You mix that in. I usually do that first and I'll taste it, but I don't get it every time. Oh, this looks so good. Hold on, let me take these, gotta take these crab cakes off, the first 2. Okay. So these are our first crab cakes, guys. Look at that, yes. Ah! cut. Take two. So these are our first crab cakes, guys. Look at this. Our first 2 crab cakes came out good. It's okay if they were frozen because they cooked thoroughly through. Look crispy on the outside. Check the other side. A little bit more crispy. I don't mind it though. That's what we have so far. 2 down, 8 to go. So this is our guac, guys. I'm gonna make it into a dressing for my crab cakes. Well, first let me taste it. What am I doing? Let me taste and see what it needs. Probably gonna need some cayenne pepper. Got some tortilla chips. Need a big taste. Bomb. Alright. I don't need nothing. I'm good. Y'all, so we have our next batch of crab cakes on. I flipped them over. This is what they're looking like so far. I want a little bit more brown, so I wanted it to look like this one. This one is a little bit too much crispy. This one's actually perfect. This one's good too. But I want them more brown. They're still cooking. I turned them down. Put it on 5. Take a look at our asparagus. Looking deliciously flavorful. And lastly, our mashed potatoes in here. Straight flexing on them, boys. Yes. Get that focus right quick. Creamy, buttery, seasoned, homemade mashed potatoes. So we're pretty much done with everything. We're gonna get to making our guac dressing right now. So the crab cakes are finished. Here they are in all their voluptuous glory. Like I told you, the asparagus are bomb, and I just tasted it. I never had asparagus in my life. That was so good. I love it. I'm in love. Mashed potatoes sitting pretty for me. Now for the last and final. We're gonna have our guac sauce in the blender to make it a dressing. Now I'm gonna put, I think that'll be enough for right now. And we're gonna put it on, not milkshake. Let me stir. Oh, it's not plugged up, LALA, silly goose. What I did last time is I put a little bit of like ranch in it so it can actually move around some. I'm gonna add some lemon or lime juice. I'm gonna add either or. A little lime juice. I need it to be creamy. That's a little better, but not enough. No, I'm gonna add some ranch like I did last time, guys. Let's see how this goes. It's all about trial and error, right? That should be enough. I just thought about it. It's probably not working because I put a little bit in there. It's kind of under the blades. Still a little chunky. Well, guess we're gonna have to work with that. This is what we've all been waiting for. I just wanted to get a shot with and without the guac sauce, but this is the complete meal of our crab cakes,
homemade mashed potatoes, and baked asparagus. Okay, you guys, so now it's time to taste the food, which I've already tasted a little bit of it while cooking, so I know what it's gonna taste like basically, but the final taste test. I don't know, what should I start with first? Start with the crab cakes. Go ahead and cut into the crab cake. So it looks like on the inside. Yo. And it's crispy. I love me so much. Mashed potato. I usually just eat everything together. Asparagus. Bruh, I love asparagus. I'm a fan. I did this. Right. Go LALA. If y'all gonna attempt this, let me know. Cause it's bomb. Trust me, it's bomb. But I gotta go. I'm about to tear this up. You guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you like. And remember to always keep God above all. Bye.